Welcome back to the big board. Here we go. Spring Prelude again. What turn is this? I keep getting the turn number and the dates mixed up. It's the halfway through the 11th of May, which is the 8th turn in scenario 3. A couple of important updates. So the Germans have managed to consolidate around Kharkov here. They're doubled in this city, so defense is pretty tough, and they're hanging tough. And one thing that I had forgotten is Kharkov and city and I think town hexes, but maybe just city hexes, provide a source of supply. So the big effort by the Soviets to surround the the Germans, it's probably for naught, right? We certainly picked up a lot of VPs along the way and got a little attack and maneuver going on, so that was fun in of itself. But I think what would need to happen here is, if I was playing this again, is I would probably look to, pick up VPs further or deeper, and then try and work out how the Germans would respond to that. But really, the bulk of the VPs smack dab right in here, and with scenario 3, we have to capture a certain number of city hexes by turn X. I'd have to look it up now. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly here, but that would drive the behavior of the Soviet team. Now, I had thought that by getting these guys in this situation, that it would aid my acquisition of city hexes and whatnot. Turns out that's not the case. What it has done is caused a little bit of a problem. All of these units in this little pocket here are now out of supply. The Soviet units are out of supply because this hex here is, you guessed it, a hub of either 4 or 5 roads that enable both Bobkin and 6th Army to receive supply and trace supply to a supply source. So all of these units here are out of supply as of this moment. We just wrapped up the supply phase, and we're doing the engineering phase right now. And I'm also, starting to look at the German turn, because the Germans have done some pretty interesting stuff as well, and we'll get over to what's going on with them in a sec. But so this is interesting evolution, and that begs the question: well, would I have pushed so hard with, I think that's 23rd and 21st tank? Would I push so hard with them and the guard cav, or the cav corps? To go as deep and try and do this loop around, this flanking maneuver, possibly, or maybe I would have gone, deeper west and tried to get to Poltava, all the way down to the end of the map there. I don't know. We'll never know unless we play this scenario again. Fun scenario, by the way, because as you can see, lots of pressure on Kharkov. Lots of forces milling around there. We've also got Belgorod. Belgorod is about to potentially fall as well, as the Germans got a little cocky and looked to move 3rd Panzer and other forces off to try and support the defense of Kharkov. Whereas down here, further south, in the southern front area, we've got a mixed bag of activities. We've got this one hex here that has proven to be very critical, and I was pushing here as well with 44th, but 44th has taken an absolute shellacking at the moment. Got a couple of lucky rolls for them, against them, I should say. And then as we loop around here on the map now, looking north, we can see that the Soviets have pulled back. They're very undermanned, and that's because I took those 6th Army guys, the 21st and 23rd tank corps, and shoots them up this way, right? So there's not a lot down here to hold the line with. And 60th motorized just arrived, which I haven't moved yet. In fact, these guys got to flip over. 60th motorized just arrived. 14th Panzer is here. We've got 100 Jaeger here as well. 384th is a strong formation as well, and they're kicking some hiney. The Soviets have actually. Let me pull the camera out here. Soviets have pulled back to Izium, trying to build some reinforced entrenchments here so that they can slow down the advance and pretend, because we don't want to have the rest of the army cut off, right? So that's going on. Over here, the 298th is putting a lot of pressure on this side of the map as well, sort of beating on 57th Army here. And really, I'm looking to try and drive as the German player. We're looking to drive. Now I will probably pivot a little bit and just head this way, right? So that I can link up with these forces, maybe pass through some of these guys here and reinforce Kharkov. As we go through then the supply phases here for these guys, they will eventually get to the point where they'll have to start rolling for isolation and potential elimination and loss of steps, etc. So it'll also make picking them off a lot easier too. Now we can continue along the Izium route, along this primary road here, this major road here, and fully isolate all these units as well and put them all out of supply. And that would just leave us these guys here that we would have to sort of box up and keep them out of the way. So lots going on. It's interesting. I've enjoyed the play immensely. We will keep going. I want to see what the Germans do this turn. Now that I don't have to worry necessarily about supply for them, it's a little bit of a different dynamic. I was getting to the point where I was getting a little frustrated with how the Soviets were freewheeling up in the north and basically encircling Kharkov. Excuse me, basically encircling Kharkov. So it's all well and good. We'll keep at it. Talk to you guys soon. Roll dice.